And I don't say that nothing is missing from this moment. Something is really missing from this moment. No, you, you are missing. No, so complete this moment by being present where you are. Like learning this being present is a very important thing. But we want to be present so that I can be more happy. And why you want to be more happy? Because I'm unhappy. And why you are unhappy? No answer. No. Better you achieve clarity than trying to be happy. No. Namaste, everyone. Let us enjoy this moment as it is. No? And I'm not really telling you that this is something spiritual or non-spiritual. No, it is just truthful. It is just true. So you are here. We are here right now, where we are, and we are in a certain state as we are, and we are experiencing life as we are experiencing life right now. All of this is either truth. Truth means truth being experienced exactly as it is, or it is truth not being experienced by us, like some imagination from our side. That imagination as such may not be true, but imagination is happening, it is true, isn't it? So even that is true. All truth in this moment. You are welcome to live this moment with me. Only appreciation and value is needed for it, not a direction or guidance. Some support maybe, and I'm here. I'm supporting you right now for that. I'm appreciating this moment with you as it is. I am as it is. This moment as it is. All the feelings as they are, thoughts, everything as it is. Not trying to remove anything, not trying to add, not trying to gain anything also. Just one simple thing, a heart full of appreciation for this moment. Would you like to join me? I'm not trying to guide you to solve your problem that you have, maybe for which you came, or some need. Would you like to join me to just be who you are, to just live what you are living, the way you are living, you know? Try your best not to convert it into a spiritual thing, you know? Let's keep it very simple. Alive, immediate. No? Whenever you miss that, oh, I did not understand this part, listen again when I'm speaking. And listen only that which I'm speaking. Don't try to remember what was said one statement or two statement before. Because this is the whole point of this togetherness, no? This living of this moment. Like what is happening in this moment only, live that. Hear that statement which is being shared in this moment only. Like this, we can disconnect ourselves from memory, from the desire to remain in the memory or to live the memory also continuously. Memory is not ego, but our desire to remain in the memory is, in a way. No? So, would you appreciate letting go of your memory right now? Letting go means letting go of your desire to access memory. And the ways to appreciate and live what is present right now. Not that we define what is present right now, but we live. Let us live. Eyes open, eyes closed. Would it matter really right now? It will not. If it matters to you, it's okay also. Keep your eyes closed. Whatever suits you. If you feel like this is the feeling in me to just, live this silence which is inside me or something like this, that's perfect, no? Because that's what is happening for you. Our perception is our limitation also, no, by the way. Whatever we perceive, we think only that exists. And we'll only live that, no? But at least live that right now. That's what I'm saying. Whatever we can perceive right now, let us live that right now. Let us appreciate that right now. That's what I mean. Not living deeply or something, no? Again, that will become a spiritual thing. But all I'm saying is that let us live this moment without any conditioning in a way, or a conditioned way. Not conditioning, but without in a conditioned way. Like a fresh way, like a actual, alive, immediate, true way of being to appreciate this moment. No? I feel that if not all, many of you are with me right now, and let us continue then. No? Yeah. And of course, you may feel that mind is coming, you may feel that thoughts are coming, you may feel that feelings are coming. They are not just coming anywhere. You are going there. Don't go. No, nothing is coming to you. You are going to them continuously. Let's be honest. At least in this moment. Don't go out of this moment. That's all. This is the key. Just don't go out of this moment. And you have gone out of mind or ego. And it will be difficult. Yes, let's face it. Because we all are addicted to ego. Ego is egoic way, no? Meaning continuously accessing the memory, continuously thinking about us as a person, thinking about others as a person also. That's the story part, the fun part for mostly for us, no? Like converting every event of life into a story. That I did this and you did this. I did this and the other did this, no? If you don't get out of this moment right now, where is that story? And how valid or true it is? But the addiction to live in that story and to live in that story as an individual character within that story also will pull you also. Yes, it will. But that's not like something is pulling you. It's just your own addiction, no? Be aware of it and then decide whatever you want. I'm not saying just stay in this moment. I'm saying any one of you feeling interested and inspired to stay in this moment only, not going out of this moment. You're very welcome to stay with me like this right now. That's all I'm saying. No? I'm not telling you, giving you any advice that do this or not. But at least be aware. So those of you who can, stay with me in this moment. This moment does not have any definitions as such, which we cannot define it actually. Meaning we don't have uh, empty wisdom yet. We don't have that empty universal wisdom yet, where we can actually understand what is this. But we can rejoice so much. We can be so fulfilled. We can feel so contented here because we are first time experiencing truth directly, or life. Same thing for me. Or ourselves, same thing. No? Truth, life, self, they are not three different things. This moment is that thing called self, life, truth. Just don't go out of it now. Just enjoy. That's all, no? Like we are learning here how to just enjoy and not do anything else. No. We are just enjoying for a moment, like a sip of nectar of immortality, and then again, okay, let's note down the reading, how it tasted, or do something else. What is next to do? Like this. Just appreciate right now. Try to avoid those impulses right now. This moment where we are is not really something special somewhere. It is more of an opportunity to wake up to who we are, or to the truth. So that we can see that this moment is not something isolated. It is truth, life, aliveness, body, mind, thoughts, feelings, movement. It is everything. And we can never get out of it. So we are living in a dream that we are out of truth, out of life, out of self. Let's get out of that dream now into the self, into the truth, into life. Why not living this moment? That's all I'm saying, no? For last few seconds, let us rejoice here now, no? Because now that we have actually settled here. Here we are learning in a way, naturally without effort, what is resting actually, truly. What is truly resting? Resting is not really opposite of effort. You know, when we need when we feel tired and then we need rest. No, this resting is freedom from effort, like total, complete freedom from effort, like no effort. Only life is, and I am, but without any division between myself and life, or truth, or self. No. And the undividedness of truth is natural. It is naturally true. Let us just not do anything to experience division. No? We are doing something continuously to experience division. And here it will become clear to you what is dream, from which we are trying to get out of. No? So thank you for joining this. Thank you. Nishant, you want to talk about it?
Just quick observation, confirmation based on what you just said right now. You talked about doing and the dream. No? So would that mean that if we just stop the doing, we'll immediately slip out of the dream into our true self?
Yes, technically yes. But how to stop doing? No, that is a big question. No, we all seekers of truth are trying to figure out how to stop doing. No, do you have any answer to it? Like how you will stop doing?
I think when we stop the doing, it becomes obvious.
That you have stopped doing.
I, um, that we have to make an effort to actually do
So
something.
so so it means that you need to be so much aware over the period of some time. You have become so aware then that when you make effort, you know that how effort is made. No, then only when you are not making effort, then you will know that I am not making effort now, isn't it? So this degree of clarity and awareness is necessary then, because moving my hand, my thought, my attention, it looks like this is my effort, and in a way, yes, but it is only indirectly, no. But directly, there is some deeper effort which soul is making, no. So this message that if you stop making effort is for the soul. Body may still seem apparently doing things, but you are not doing anything. No? Like very beautiful examples and pointings have been shared by great beings, including Lord Krishna, that in Gita, that if you give up the result of your effort, then you are free from effort. No? But we don't like it. Just make no sense to make any effort if I am not doing it for the result. No, isn't it? Why we will make effort if we are not no interested in getting the result of it? No, like it will look like a robot or something. No, to the mind. No, not really. So this is just a pointing to show the same thing, that how to come to the effortlessness of our being. Don't give up the effort. Don't give up karma. This is karma yoga. No, don't give up karma. But karma phal ka tyag kar do. Like give up the fruit of the karma of the effort. Like surrender this fruit of your effort at my feet. He said to Arjun like this. But don't stop doing the effort or karma. No? It does not really mean that we are doing effort. It is just somehow that by being free from the fruit of the effort, we will become free from the misunderstanding that I am the doer. This is my knowledge and experience. And it will be revealed who is the doer actually, who is doing. No? The first level of awakening I found is where we feel that actually more I am actually than I am doing. No, more I am actually. I'm just am here. Not that I'm really doing anything or not doing anything. Like I don't have any idea who is doing what here in this. No, or maybe out of habit or previous model of living in the ego, I can say that I'm doing this or I did this or did not do that. But I really cannot connect to this doing and thinking and feeling and everything. I'm more. My truth is I am only. I'm present. No, this is the first level of where we start waking up. Beyond that is that when we experience that I'm awareness, actually, or I'm a witness. Not that even I am present here anywhere. I don't have a location or a center anywhere, but I'm more a witness, universally present everywhere equally. This is another level where we wake up. But then beyond that also, when things come together more, But I hope you understand my point.
Yes, I do.
Because the connection of the fruit of our effort is uh, uh, with the story in which we are living as a person, and that story is absolutely false in a way, and the character as that we live in that story is absolutely false, and that is hiding us in a way. Like we are hiding behind that, and we are just never living who we are. So it's not about effort; it's about as what we know it. Know the effort fully. Do any effort, but know fully what is the effort. Who is making that effort? No, who is taking that step? No, it's totally innocent. Then it's pure. It's universal. No, do you see what I mean? So it's more of a device, a pointing. It's not about do something, stop doing or start doing. No, but if you stop doing, you being the person in this case, the false self, no, then you cannot exist. No, when the false self stop doing, it cannot exist, and the true self will be revealed. Meaning, it will be discovered by us that I am the true self. But somehow I was living as some misunderstanding about myself, and believing that I am that misunderstanding and doing everything as that. Although I am doing everything, but as the true self now. No? Something like this, not exactly the same, but something on these lines. No? Yeah. So it's good or no?
That's very good, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it's kind of easy to get a taste of this in satsang now, and I can quick. It's easy to quickly relate to what you just said. So thank you, Vila, thank you.
We when living in the mind or ego, let's say, we have like misunderstandings about almost about everything. It would be a miracle to have true understanding about even one thing. No? Spiritual growth is like from deep misunderstandings to shallow misunderstandings to less like thinning away. What is thinning away of ego in one sense is thinning away of this belief in the understandings and seeing that no, I think probably it is not really what I think it is. No? So that is spiritual progress. No? Because it's not really about giving up anything or achieving anything, it's just never about that. But when we are living as a person, we are just not seeing the truth as it is. We are just seeing it very differently, upside down. And there are many things may be given as a tool, like a thorn given to remove another thorn. No, but then throw both the thorns. No, but we keep holding on to the thorn. That okay, the idea was to let go. No, when you have come to yourself as who you are, then throw away that thorn of let go also now. Reside in your natural state. Life will flow from you also. The creativity and the wisdom and the truth and the light of your being will flow out of yourself into the world also, no? Or not? Do you see, Nishant, what I'm saying? So it was never about let go or don't let go. It was never about give up everything or start doing or continue doing or not doing. It was about waking up and seeing what is the truth. Am I the doer? Am I not the doer? Who is doing? What is the doing? It was just about that. You know. So waking up is a much bigger thing in one sense than we think. And in another sense, waking up is a much simpler and straightforward thing than we think. Like when we are sleeping and dreaming, we are asking that how much it takes to wake up. And we are not ready to accept the answer. Whole of the dream. It takes whole of the dream to wake up, no? Isn't it? What is the dream? The the illusion of knowledge, no, belief of knowledge, and that is covering our eyes, and we are not able to live things as they are, life as it is, myself as I am. No, do you see what I am saying? I know it's not an easy thing. But it is very possible, especially if we approach systematically, you know. So we are good then, thank you. So let us come back to where we are now, that unless we understand what is the dream, we cannot understand what is awakening from it. No? And unless we understand what is awakening from the dream, we cannot understand the benefits of the awakening. No? Unless we understand the benefit of awakening, we cannot understand the harm or limitations when living in the dream also. All of that is connected somehow, no? Isn't it? It's not really so isolated that, okay, let me just know what is enlightenment and then everything will become clear. In a way, yes. If you can deeply understand what is enlightenment, then you will understand what is ego, you will understand what is mind, you will understand what causes identification, you will understand what is sleep or dream also. But you will have to understand all of that to understand what is enlightenment, no? Do you see what I am saying? So what I am trying to say here is that because it is a really big thing to understand what is this, what is going on, where I am caught up and how to get out of it into my peace, my joy, my happiness, which is natural, by the way, in ourselves. Natural. This joy, happiness is natural. It's not something for which we generally should have to do anything, but now we have to do something. No? And for that, my systematic approach or my proposal is this, what I call stability. Stability. What is stability? Stability is within the dream only, no? It's not outside of the dream, no? That I am living as myself, so I don't need stability. Yeah, right. No? Generally speaking, the one who says like this, they are not living as the self. The one who is living as the self is much more human in a way, simple, normal, and happy, of course. Free from struggle of life. No? Like you start flowing into life start flowing into you, no? That is the joy of being free and living in the body. No? That one of the joy, no? Like this. So stability is within the dream only. It's not outside of the dream. And we may feel that, okay, let me just know myself. Then I will not need to go through this thing called stability and clarity and this effort and contemplation and you know, from resistance to resonance process and all. No? You know, still we will have to. The reason is that if we are not stable, we are not clear about what we want at any given point of time from ourselves and from life. And unless we are clear about what we want to get from this moment, even when we are brought to who we are, through guidings, through satsangs also, we will not be able to value it, no? And we will not be able to stay here, no? That is the problem. We think that our true self is some place where I can go, even if it is a place where we can go, but who will convince us to stay there, no? I remember very beautiful one of the sharing by Papaji, no? Somebody was asking that I go so like with you, no? Papaji, I sit and I go so deep, silent and peaceful. It feels just amazing and everything is perfect here. And then when I get out of it, I kind of feel a lot of struggle and I don't know. Like, can you help me what to do now? Papaji asked a very innocent question. Then why you get out of it when everything is perfect? No? This is what I'm trying to point out today. You know, in this, why you get out of it? Unless you find the answer of it, why you get out of it, that is clarity and stability. Why I get out of it, that is stability and clarity. No? And also this resistance to resonance, the understanding of it. Because our energies are also heavy and sticky and whatever we can call it, and they also somehow are compelling us too much, like giving us the impression that we are powerless against them. You know? That together, that is what is a systematic approach. No? Systematic approach can be only within the dream, no? But if anyone feels that I'm already awake, then obviously they don't need this systematic approach. Otherwise, it is for everybody else. Systematic approach basically means that in the minimum possible time and energy, getting maximum out of whatever we are intending to do with it, with our energy and time. No? Is it not that systematic approach? What is that? What else is systematic approach? No? So that's why where we are right now, it's very important to be clear about what we want. And let us begin by this meeting. No? What you want from this meeting. Don't try to start getting that so fast. Rather try to be clear about it first. What do I want from this meeting? Because if you want peace from this meeting, it is already more than you can drink or live right now within this meeting. If you want truth from this meeting, it is already present so loud and clear than needed to discover who we are or to live the truth. Anything else left? Then anything else that is left is part of the dream. Anything else is part of the dream. Meaning either we have to choose peace or joy. These are the only two fundamental real goals of life actually for a soul. Either joy or peace or truth itself. That I want to know the truth. Not that I just want to settle with the peace and joy. No. Only two, no. All other goals or wants or desires are actually part of the dream only, no. And if any one of you want to be peaceful right now, want to be like you are clear that this is the only thing I want now, not that it is on the top of the list, but this is the only thing I want now, then there is no mind there which you have to put aside now, no. You have already put aside your mind when you put aside your list, no, a bucket list of desires. Yeah. So if any one of you want peace right now, it is present here. You are that peace. And you can so simply live this right now when I am also living with you. You are this peace. I am this peace. You are this truth. I am this truth. You are this joy. I am this joy. Let's not think now then. Let's not attend other desires now then, if this is your only desire, no? And you are in now. You are peaceful now, no? If you want to, your desire is that I want to live the truth. I don't know what you mean by truth here, but truth basically will be truth of yourself first, no? Only then it will be a valid entry into the truth, no? In a way. So if your desire, if this is what you want from this meeting, that I want to live the truth of myself, then I am living the truth of myself also, no? Again, you are fully 100% supported indirectly. Indirectly in the sense of not talking about things, but more actually living it, like fully energetically living it, no? So that is covered also. We don't have to talk about these two things really. When you are in the satsang, both these desires are covered already, automatically, continuously, every millisecond. No? Any other desires are really part of the dream. And for that, clarity and stability will help more than running faster. No? Running faster will not help there. Contemplation will help much more. Like neutrally thinking that why I want that thing, what that thing will give me. And you will be surprised that that thing will ultimately give you only peace or happiness. No? Meaning that's what we want basically from it. But we want to take a long route. No? This is a shortcut, no, right now. If you want to be peaceful, you can be peaceful right now. But what about those things which I am trying to finish so that I can be peaceful? That is up to you now. Like you want to be peaceful in your way, or you want to be peaceful only. Because this is one of the catch about being peaceful, that we want to be peaceful in our way. You know, we are not innocent and open enough that no, I just want to be peaceful right now. Not in my way. My way is the project, the attachment to the sense of story in which we are living called my life, and sense of character which lives in this story called myself. No, we have that attachment to the. We are the self having attachment to that story and the character. No? So if being peaceful is most important, it is so immediately possible and happening right now already. Is it something you all can connect, or we can talk something else also if you feel? You can either ask something or listen. So if you are not connecting to what I am sharing, then ask. No? So peace and happiness, joy, true happiness. By the way, truth and peace and true happiness and joy, they are not two things anyway. It's just your focus maybe. Like you are more playing as a experiencer right now. You, the self, is more playing as a experiencer. Then you will have value for joy and peace and truth, happiness more right now. Then the self, the truth will look little less interesting. It's okay. You are still in the same boat, in the same ocean. You are still drinking the same truth, no? Because we cannot experience bliss, happiness, peace really unless we experience the truth of who we are. There's just one way to experience peace, happiness, joy. Experiencing truth of who we are. No? There's just no other way really. And we will have to come to this one day. We'll have to accept this one day. No? Like it takes all the wisdom of the soul to appreciate this simple truth which I'm sharing with you. So it's not cheap really. That I can live myself. Yeah, you can for one moment, but you will not be able to continue. Because for that you need maturity to see that everything else does not give me anything lasting. No? So that maturity, when is there in you, I see many of you. It is so amazing. Now what can take you out of it? Nothing. So the spiritual journey is nothing but a journey of creating value in a way, indirectly, opening our eyes, cleaning our eyes to see what is valuable, or where it is found basically, where the happiness is found. No? The spiritual journey is nothing but just finding out where exactly I find happiness, peace, joy, isn't it? In our childhood or in our teenage, we do a lot of things like physical activity, intense things, adventures and all. We don't realize, we just enjoy that so that we can have some moment after that where we are just completely blind, blank, empty. Like mind stops basically that time. And we enjoy this, what we are enjoying right now. Anywhere and everywhere, anyone and everyone who have and who is experiencing peace, joy, happiness, truly is our own joy only, our own truth only. Because there is no other thing that can be truly experienced. So either we experience truth, then we feel joyful, or we taste the dream in which we are. Then we feel a lot is happening, but somehow I'm not reaching anywhere. I'm doing a lot, but somehow, like there is no substance of it somehow. It looks like this. As you will become more conscious, you will notice that it's kind of fake somehow. It's kind of shallow somehow. But yourself is like emptiness. It doesn't have any substance. How you will be able to live happiness? No? When we look from the mind, our own self looks like emptiness. It's just empty. No, it is empty of dream. It is not empty really. It's just empty of dream. It is empty of that fake stuff in which we are living. It is full of that true stuff. Try to find out. Yourself you can live right now and you will be surprised. Our self, our truth is full of life, full of life, full of love, truth, light, everything which is worth basically living, for which we are, running everywhere. But living ourselves cannot support the dream in which we have been living. That is the problem. And that dream has to be broken. And that dream, our attachment to that dream creates resistance. Like a decision has to be made. This or that, this or that, this or that. No. Living the truth is very simple. We are living in the dream anyway. So both are accessible to us. No? But the decision has to be made by every being. No? This or that. Meaning dream or truth. And living the truth is really not difficult. Living the truth is as simple as, okay, let's see what is the dream, if there is a dream. What is the truth of the dream? Let's find out, no? This is what is living in truth. If dream is there, it will be there in truth or not. So truth is not a place, it's a way of looking. Truth is not a place, generally speaking, as we think of that some place or something I'm special, I'm going to get it. No, it's our way of looking, it's our clear eyes. That, what the hell? Everything was here and perfect, and I was just complaining and demanding or desiring. No? So desiring is not really something necessary in life. It is just that when we are not, our eyes are not clean and simple, that when we don't see the perfection of life, that we desire. So give up desire if you want to be happy. There is a message like this also, maybe from Bhagavad Gita also, that if you want to increase happiness in your life, decrease the amount of desires. What it means is not really that, okay, I give up my desires. No, those desires are not giving us anything. That's the problem. And while what is given to us, which we can live, we are not living that because of those rainbows, which we never find. You know what I mean? So it's not really about desire or no desire. It's about false and truth. If there is something really can be achieved through desire, what's wrong in that? And that is what is the heart, by the way. What we call the heart or the creativity in the soul is the desire to create, to express, to share, to connect. No? Life. And nobody can stop it. It is unstoppable. But it is not an individual's desire, by the way. Who we are actually, as presence, is nothing but the desire of the source of life. Manifested, and it will continue. Nobody can stop it also. It is unstoppable also. What is in between? The dream of an individual person. But beloved, you are suffering. You are the self, but suffering. Because living in the dream of an individual. While you can live the whole life, full life. Whole life means full life. As an individual soul also. And as you relax more, the truth beyond and deeper than what is this myself, this I am, also will be revealed, no? In our heart, in our being naturally. Not in the mind. That, now I know what is beyond I am. No, not really. Not like this. When this I am, but what we call I am, when this I am knows who I am. This is knowing what is deeper than I am. No? Do you see what I am saying? The first knowledge of truth is I am, I exist. First time. But when this I am knows who I am, within itself, then it knows what is beyond I am. Who I am beyond this I amness. No? That's what it means. No? It's all internal. No? There is no role of mind or anything here. No? Meaning not of these things. Thinking and all of that. No? Because thinking is a movement. Movement is not cannot facilitate in discovering and living of truth. Movement cannot facilitate in discovering and living of truth. Stillness does. No? Do you see what I'm saying? Stillness, like remain still. Yeah, but I cannot do anything here. Oh yeah, that's precisely what you are supposed to do. Don't do anything. No? To discover, to live who you are. No? So all that spiritual practices are nothing but in a way practice, like training ourselves again back to natural state. No? Let's not do anything. But I have to like the impulses, no? Impulses, habit of doing continuously. Without knowing whether I am a doer or not. Some people keep doing things, no? Even when they keep saying I'm not the doer, no? Then why you are doing if you you know that you are not a doer? Do you see what I'm saying? The mixing of partial knowledge and all that stuff is not really serving any purpose. Let's clean up the whole thing. Let's come to concrete, something concrete. No? But you know that you know it. But you know that you don't know it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean, in my understanding, this meeting is going very well. But if not, please talk. Hello, Milaji.
Hello, Rajee. Can I say this sacrifice word? What the hell?
Can you say again the first part before this? What the hell?
This sacrificed word.
Ah, sacred
What
word.
the hell?
You are saying sacred word. Yes, say again. I want to hear this again. No?
What the hell?
I mean, I kept it. I kind of want to keep this kind of expression for a moment when you see one absolutely undivided truth in every direction. However, everything is still there are forms, but made of the same truth. Like there can never be anything which can be achieved or lost. There is just complete absolute freedom. And there is only this freedom, there is nothing else. No? Where there is not even a slightest trace of separate self. No? For this moment, I would say, what the hell is this? Because it is not in continuation. It is not in continuation. It is a discontinuity, complete discontinuity of this seeker of truth. No? Seeker of truth is not really allowed in truth. Like on the gate of the truth, it is written. No, joking. We are joking. No, I hope none of you is taking seriously because I don't know. Some seekers may take it too seriously. No? So on the gate of truth, it is written that seekers of truth are not allowed inside. or not true. Let's make it more useful maybe. That the head of the seeker of truth is not allowed inside the gate. But my head is inseparable from me. Okay, then you cannot enter. No? So we think that when it is said that leave your mind aside in a beautiful, gentle way, it basically is the message is still same. Put your head outside, not the mind. No, head means the senses and the mind. That's what it means. Not just the mind which we think mind is, but no, the senses and the mind both. Because the truth is beyond the senses, beyond mind, beyond the capacity of mind. No, because mind is what is mind exactly? Is mind a perceiver, or is mind a interpreter? You know, let's be very clear about it. Because mind is an interpreter; it is not a perceiver. We are a perceiver. We are the perceiver. So why don't we perceive through the senses? Why we perceive through the mind? No? Do you see? We don't perceive through the mind. We listen to the interpretation of the mind, which is the mix of the perception of the senses plus the whatever has been known by the mind so far in the past, mixed together, cocktailed together so nicely that it looks like this is what is really happening. You know, mind is more of a makeup artist. You know, it makes up very quickly. Like the gaps are filled so nicely that we don't notice that. You know, still the tree is the tree. It is the tree I'm talking about. No, no, not really. If we can be present with a tree, we will be present as the presence. No? But we think about the tree. We are not present with the tree, no? If you perceive the tree, you will be present, beloved. And when you will be present with the tree, you will be the presence. This is what is the presence. As the presence means you being present. Yeah. Not thinking about anything, but perceiving through the senses directly. No? Do you see what I'm saying? And now you understand what is mind also in between. No? You are there, senses are there. But the truth of who we are is actually beyond the senses also, beyond the visible world also, beyond that which is perceived through the senses also. It is beyond that. That's why the senses are also not useful here. Neither the senses and nor the mind. Or we can say mind is not useful here at all. Even the senses are not useful here. You know, that's what I mean. Which are innocent and pure. No? Thank you, beloved. Very nice. I hope that this is that kind of what the hell no? moment for you. Because this freedom is not a freedom to go on to another journey. This is a freedom like a relax. You know, this freedom, this true freedom is not like a freedom and then jumping onto another project after that. No. This is a freedom like relax, like came back to life. Oh, thank God. I was longing to live life and I was not able to, now I will. No. Look at that kind of relax and actuality of things. No? That's why living the truth, there is nothing more joyful than living the truth actually. But when we are actually living the truth, no? Actually, in my understanding, living and living the truth is the same thing. But we are not living in the name of living. We are only thinking in the name of living, no? Do you see what I am saying? When you live, then it is joy. When you think in the name of living through the senses, no? Then there are so many things. By the way, this mind and brain and everything can be, manipulated also from outside, no? Through science also, scientific experiments also. No? But what can manipulate you? Nothing. I tell you, nothing can manipulate you. Because you don't move. You are the stillness. No? A stillness cannot be manipulated by movement. Because movement happens in the stillness. Like a movement of a cloud in the sky. No? So as long as, beloved, you are living as something which moves, you can be affected. Or whatever part of you, the aspect of you, this dynamic body, mind and quotient, consciousness, will be affected up to some degree, no? As long as you live in this world, no? But the aspect of you which you are beyond it, simultaneously and always, cannot be affected. The stillness of the being, no? Yeah? Is it good or no? Yeah. So thank you, Mila. Very nice talking to you. It's a very important thing to understand that um, just sitting, doing nothing, meditation, no, fundamental meditation, or the being mode, no, coming to the being mode, staying here in this being mode, just for few seconds is enough to make our day more balanced and joyous. But it is not enough to remove the ego. Please understand this. It is not enough to remove the ego. Either if we are planning to remove our ego in one go, then we have to stay in this state of not doing anything for few hours. Meaning after achieving the perfect state of not doing. Not before that. First achieve the perfect state of not doing and then stay here for few hours. That's what it means. Then ego will be completely removed in one go. And I'm not really talking something special, you know. These are known facts in the yogic practices also and other disciplines. But if not, then what is going to happen is that few minutes we sit quietly and meditate, we will become peaceful. Then where we return after that? Again is the field of ego, no? Then what we do during that time is very important now. That doing either can empower the ego again and we are back to zero, like no score, no? Like ego zero, you are zero, for example. No? Not that ego zero, I am one, not really. That's why there is a very specific discipline for a seeker of truth. Not only just when we are meditating, but after that also. For this reason, I feel I'm just sharing joyfully that if you can understand this. When we just sit quietly and we do nothing, it is not just that the ego is dissolving, because ego is not a thing in itself. Ego is more our blind spot inside the soul, which is also creating an impulse inside us to live as something other than ourselves. Like an impulse, there is an impulse in the soul to live as something else, which is creating a resistance and not letting us live as who we are. So this impulse, the core impulse, this core restlessness is what is removed, what dissolved somehow. This is what is dissolution of ego actually. There is no ego anywhere. Energies are not ego. Thoughts, feelings and anything is not ego. You are ego, you are self. That's what you want to live right now. Just think about it. Answer to yourself. Yeah. That's why just sitting meditation is so valuable, so very, very valuable. You are just somehow finishing, removing somehow that impulse from you, so that it will become natural for you and even joyful at some point to just sit and just be who you are. You know, and all the blessings of this existence will shower on you without any effort, without anything else. This I know now. All the good, all the like our true wisdom wakes up here, which enables us to see clearly what is temporary, what is a form, and what this form is made of. So no conflict. That forms are bad, only the formless is good. No. Do you remember what Kabir was saying yesterday? That I play sadho yugan yugan ham yogi, avduta yugan yugan ham yogi. No, he says that sometime I alone am. There is nothing else in this wholeness. Sometime I play as a human. sometime as a divine form, and sometime as formless. You know, I play as formless sometime. He says like that. It's nice. Thank you. You are a very good audience. No? Very good. Thank you for being here. It's very nice. We think that just sitting quietly and doing nothing, or just sitting in satsang, kind of going to force me to think, or to desire something, or to give up my desire. No, not really. And not at least here. I don't give advice to anyone at all, at all. And also, I don't take advice. No? So it's a fair game. But clarity happens here. In truth, when we spend time in truth, clarity happens here. What is clarity? We see things as they are. We think that clarity is only missing where I am looking. No, clarity is missing from where we are looking at. So something is mixed from the place from where we are looking, like eyes. No, but just imagine there is a small black particle in your eyes, and you are looking in the sky and not realizing that that particle is in the eyes. No, how much it will magnify. No, onto the vastness of sky. No, and how big it will look. No, then it will look like so difficult to remove it. No, and accordingly we will need to have that kind of preparation and processes and everything. No, isn't it? But if you can somehow only know clearly without fixing anything before that what is what and where it is really, that I need to remove, and you find out, oh, it's just in my eyes. Then you go to washroom, throw some water, back. Now the sky is clear. No? Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't insist that do this or do that. But just be more clear. Don't achieve enlightenment or awakening or anything. Just be more clear. And the more clear, the less we need to fix things, less we need to desire also. And more joy in what is, how it is, everything right now, in fact. This moment is really perfect. Like truly perfect. And I don't say that nothing is missing from this moment. Something is really missing from this moment. No? You? You are missing, no? So complete this moment by being present where you are. Like learning this being present is a very important thing. But we want to be present so that I can be more happy. And why you want to be more happy? Because I'm unhappy. And why you are unhappy? No answer. No? Better you achieve clarity than trying to be happy. No? Because unless we are clear, resistance cannot. Resistance will be there for truth. You know, resistance is at two levels. No? Either the energetic, which can be covered through supporting activities, or the understanding. No? Understanding. So I think this is good. Thank you.
I feel this living as a person or being more in the ego feels more and more like the clothes are too tight. That I'm, in a way, I'm a size bigger now, or I'm a bigger size now, and the clothes of the person or the ego are too small, more and more uncomfortable, and I can't move so much because I'm restricted and everything. So I feel there's a natural urge coming to let go of these clothes, because if they're uncomfy and restricting and everything, then it just doesn't make any sense to stick to them.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I mean, this is what I call clarity, by the way. Or we learned it in Osho's way, being conscious or being aware, no? That be aware, no? I mean, in Osho's language, it was be aware, hosh, no? And now, the same thing I call clarity, no? Just be clear. Like it's like this, no? Like holding your hand too tightly because there was something happened. Then something else happened nicely. Forgot. Then you forgot, no? And now still holding. Then be aware. What exactly is the pain? Where I am feeling it? And then a let go will happen out of understanding or not? Why you would continue giving yourself pain, no? Like this, why you will continue living in a limited, congested, and uncomfortable space or level of your being, as you will become aware. No?
And also with, if we are staying in this picture, the idea that earlier it was required to wear these certain clothes to do life, and I feel now there is a deeper clarity to it, that clothes can be useful, okay, like from the outside, but I can use other clothes as well. Like now it's getting complicated. What I want to say is that and that I have, if I'm not limited to this certain person or this ego, I have much more tools on my disposal. I have many more answers, in a way, to many questions, like daily questions. It's not just, okay, because I'm wearing these clothes, I'm this person, I only can hate strawberry ice cream. But it becomes so much bigger and so much possible in being not just in this one pair of shoes, clothes, or whatnot. Not that it's not useful in a unpractical, but still knowing that.
Oh, it's so nice, no? Being actual about things like this is so good, no? Not being spiritual or non-spiritual or anything, you know? It's so good, no? Because certainly being like concentration is what you are talking about, no? Concentration versus relaxation of the same energy or ability, no? Concentration has its own role to play, isn't it? I have myself concentrated myself in times when necessary, no? Like we remember for few days continuously without any break of like time. We worked, for example, on some project we have done, all of it must have done. So that requires concentration because the present daily energy present in the body, which is only for 16 hours, cannot suffice now, no? Then especially when you are not resting also, no? Like 24 hour gone, then 36, you know, like you know what I mean, like this. So that kind of concentration has its role to play, where it is not just the energies, but the soul that we are gets concentrated in a way, no? Because energies will say, no, it's time to rest. I have to sleep after 16 hours. No, I don't give care, you know. But you will say no, it's important project or whatever. Then it is you, no, who is contracted and who is forcing your energies to be pulled from your reservoirs, the body mind. No? And then you see the importance that, okay, right now is not necessary. My relaxation can give me much more even than what I need right now. You know. But the view of the relaxed state of your being is much wider, first of all. And the ability, not just the view, but it is the ability, the sensitivity to experience life is much more also. You know, at the same time. You know, this is the point. At the same time. We are just experiencing one thing at a time. No, so many things can be experienced at the same time, like in real life, real time. Person is a very limited state because of fear. The root of the person is fear. So it is not only not able to live, but more forcing not to live anything else, you know, because of fear also. Not concentration. Concentration is a very innocent thing. Not that you don't know that the other people are sitting next to you on your desk, around you, in the company or anywhere. It's just that you don't look at them or give value to them because of you have withdrawn all of your energies into your project or something. No? It's a very relaxed state, and our abilities to do things are very. They are at their best, by the way. Whether it is thinking, intelligence or anything, analysis or anything, creativity, everything. But first of all, you are happy. You are peaceful. Like what we are trying to achieve in practical life through whole of our concentration can be achieved just by 1% of it. Just 1% of our intention that, okay, it is practical life and I really need money for it or to support myself or whatever. Just 1% of it is more than enough. More than enough, I'm saying. Like much more than enough, really. But we are not really trying to earn money or things like this. We are more trying to achieve something else as ego. And that's something else we are not clear about what. So it's like a blind journey on which we are and which is never going to end. No? That's where our energies are required. All of our energies are required. That's why we cannot relax and we are always in this tight spot. Stress. Like, where are you going? I don't know. What do you want to achieve? I don't know. Why you are troubled? I don't know. Like this we are. What I call clarity and stability is not really a harsh way of approaching it. It is the most gentle and loving way of approaching it. Because if we don't adopt this way, life is going to find a harsh way to slap us, actually, from to get out of this frenziness. I don't know, like this. The life is going to slap us hard, actually, so that we feel, oh, what the hell? Why I'm crying like this? Why I don't just sit and think what I'm doing and why? You know what I mean? So this stability and clarity is the most loving and sweet and gentle way of getting out of this. In one sense, you can say ego is not living. No, not living is ego. But sometimes we get so addicted of not living version that we feel afraid of living. Like living is kind of too strong fragrance. No? I like the video of a flower rather than the direct encounter with the flower. Maybe, you know what I mean? Body reacts sometimes like, what we call allergy happened or this and that. No? Let us expose ourselves to truth of who we are first. No? It will really give us a strength to transform our body, mind, energies also, so that they can be exposed to real life as it is, beyond the matrix, no? Beyond the matrix of mind through which we are living. Because we are not really living what exists. We are living what we believe exists, or how our mind is interpreting it in the moment. You know? So matrix is a real thing. And I sometimes wonder that when I'm sharing this, who is listening to me right now? Or is there anyone able to listen? And when I talk to beings like you, I feel, yes, there are some who are listening. Listening is not really so that you can understand how to get out of the matrix. Listening is getting out of the matrix, no? Because listening is waking up, no? Either in the matrix or listening in satsang, no? The voice of truth. That's why we are not able to listen in satsang. Many times, distracted. Oh, this happened, that happened. You know what I mean? Engagement with the matrix does not let us listen in satsang, no? So that is sadhana part, no? Satsang almost has nothing to do with it. We should not really learn how to sit in satsang and listen, no? That should be before satsang or after satsang also. The preparation, the sadhana for satsang, no? You know what I mean? But when we have value for it, no? Madhvi is going to this trek. I will not tell like where, but it's a little difficult. So she has been preparing because she's so excited, no? Like, yeah, for 1 or 2 months, you know, she's preparing her body and everything, no? And gear, all of that, you know, checking this is there or not, because of interest, no? So do you have interest in truth and satsang like this? Then rest of your day or time before and after satsang will be spent in some sadhana, in some way, no? Even if sadhana called my life, activities and work, office work or anything, no? Isn't it? Like everything, you will know that I cannot afford to just not do my sadhana at any point of time in the day. Like I have to use everything of my day now, everything of my day to my advantage, so that, you know, I come to the stability and undividedness more and more and more, no? So that I can get maximum from satsang every time I go, no? It will become clear to us like this. How nice, no? Very silent beings, nobody is talking. Is it that I am not letting you talk? Because I think I am inviting you, no, continuously. Yeah. Sometimes it may give the impression that, you know. Yeah, Oma?
Namaste ji. Ji, it is very beautiful living the truth with you. Already very beautiful. But I want to talk to you also from this place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please talk. It's very nice.
It is feeling like talking is happening just happening. But main thing is living with you. It is feeling like this.
Actually, living with you. In this, you is actually less important. Living is more important. Because whenever we are living that which exists. What is that which exists? Truth, no? It's really as simple as this, which I shared in the very beginning. Like, don't get out of this moment. Then you will get to live what exists. No? Like, we will be exposed to what is beyond what we think it is. No? And we have created a whole life out of what we think it is. And we are living in that life of what we think it is, not what it actually is, no? So I'm very happy also, Ma, that this this you is able to facilitate you to live, no? Because it's a facility to be used, no? To live the truth, no? Who lives, who is living is truth. Because only if you are here, if you exist, you can live or not. You don't exist and you can live. Is it possible? No, you cannot. No? And what you can live is also only that which exists. No, only what exists can be lived or not. Something which does not exist and you can still live. No, that is called thinking about it or imagining about it, not living it. No. So what you are living is really exist. That is what is truth. And who you are, who is living, also exist, also truth. No. Do you see what I am saying? So what is the difficulty in living the truth and living the truth of who we are? Is it a faraway goal then? Eh? Then why we are making it complicated then? No? We are not really making, like truth is not complicated in that way. We are just doing our own PhD in spirituality. That's all. That's the problem. No? And we are not ready to let go of the thesis which we have completed already, like 80% of it. Like, at least if I will not get up, if I will not wake up and I will not be blissful, at least I will, like doctor will be added to my name. We are thinking, I think like this. No? Like, be honest really, because we are really like this. Like, we are not ready to let go of that research. And I'm not saying that give up. Let's do parallelly. It's okay. Let's be, realistic. Like, let's get real. It's okay. Let's begin parallelly do it. No? As slowly it will be exposed that no. Like by the day we will finish our thesis on spirituality, no? And as we wake up, we will burn it by our own hands. It is absolutely useless, we will say. Just absolutely useless. It's absolutely false. All of it, every word of it. We will know that. We will not eat stale food anymore. We will live the fresh food. No? So this living basically is living the fresh food, freshness of life. And the attachment to the old, to the false, to that still is because of the sense of ownership. Nobody can own this which exists. This is the problem. So, beloveds, if I may say that this is also one way of understanding what is surrender. Surrender means surrender of ownership, not surrender of experiencing or surrender of the experiencer that we are. Surrender of my way. You know, surrender basically means surrender of my way. Then living and being is same thing. No? Can you be without living? Actually, you can. Difficult to understand or to come to that absolute stillness of our being, what we call perfect state of samadhi, no? Where there is no, Lord Shiva was saying recently like this, meaning I was watching somewhere, he's saying to Parvati, Ma Parvati, he is teaching that come to this perfect state of emptiness, where I is not there. There is no sense of I, and there is nothing there to experience, and there is not even a feeling that there is no I and there is nothing to be experienced. This is something very close to what Buddha also said. There is no self. There is just pure emptiness. Because this is the perfect state of samadhi. But one thing is clear, that you can be without experiencing. No? But experiencing cannot be without you, no? Experiencing is like opening your eyes, no? Being without experiencing is your eyes closed, no? Remaining in the natural state of being. No? Then we remain as what we remain, truly, no? If we are trying to remain as the self, that is a good practice maybe, but that's not our natural state, no? Is it good, Uma, like this? It's good too.
Very beautiful, very effortless.
Yeah.
This is very much nice. Emptiness full of contentment, total contentment. This is feeling like.
Actually, emptiness or fullness or all these things are just our way of looking at these things, no? Or our way of looking at what is, no? And more as we are tasting truth, our way of looking at it becomes less important, no? And what it is, and our actual meeting or actual experiencing of it becomes more important, no? Like there was a Sufi story we heard from Osho that one Sufi said that one Sufi saint, mentions about in his life that I had many gurus. One of them was a dog also. No, he said like this, and it's a story that I was very thirsty and I came to a river, to a pond, and I wanted to drink water, and I had my begging bowl, and before I lean and fill my begging bowl to drink water, I saw one dog also walking with me, and he was also equally thirsty. He simply jumped into the lake and had a good bath and also had water. No? That day I threw my begging bowl, and I also jumped in the lake and joined the dog. That's how he was my guru. I learnt from him that it is myself who is limiting my experiencing and knowing of truth. You know, by insisting what we call my way or I is same thing basically. You know, like I want to remain as a knower of the truth which is being known. You know what I mean? I want to remain as an experiencer with the memory that I experienced truth. No. And at some point, Uma, we will let go of it because of the joy and the beauty of the truth that is being experienced. No. Because that will look like a limitation. You know, that who remains, who has the memory that oh I experienced truth, that will look like a hindrance. You know, like something which is not one with this absoluteness of truth. The living of truth and the truth itself is absolute one in itself. No? This is the highest joy of the being of life, that we experience truth. Not know only, experience also. So why it would not be facilitated? No. But now, in some of us, it is not the joy of the being of life anymore that we remain separate. That is why we are struggling. That's the only cause of unhappiness. Going against the will of existence is cause of unhappiness. Flowing with the will of existence is effortlessness, joy. You know. It is, Uma, something I think you can understand. Maybe it's not so clear, but something experienced can be experienced. No? Like the river of life is taking you towards knowing who you are. No? More and more, and you feel no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go where the river of life is, or river of existence is taking me. No, where you want to go? I want to go this side. Why you want to go this side? Kind of not very clear. From where you have been coming? Don't know. Who are you? Don't know. So we know almost nothing, and still we have clear desires and strong preferences. You know what I mean? They can be called only preferences coming from ignorance, no? Isn't it? I respect clarity more than anything else, really, in terms of what can be achieved in life. No? Who we are cannot be achieved. So there's something higher and beyond everything. No? But clarity, I respect clarity. Any one of you is clear about what you want, what you are doing, why you are doing it. It will be such a joyful conversation between us, no? But remember, clarity is always accompanied with by stability. No, stable clarity, not a clarity like one moment everything is clear and then everything is gone. That is not stability and clarity. No. What remained after that? That is stable clarity. No. Stable seer is more important than what is seen, isn't it? So very nice, Uma. Thank you. Slowly you are letting go of your claim of entity on on this life for living the truth. What you are losing is the imaginary entity. What you are gaining is your truth of who you are truly. This is the cost everybody has to pay, regardless of how we interpret it and less than you will not do. Yeah. And we are trying our best. Can I change my ability of seeing? Can I become more aware, more conscious, more this, more that? Which is all could be useful actually, like a spiritual growth, no? Correction like this. But ultimately, it's you. It's you. I hope some of you are listening right now, because I'm not just speaking, I'm living with you also. No? It's you. The less of you, the more you are what you are truly. This is that in continuation with what we were talking, Miriam. The complete relaxed state of being. Like no contraction, no stress, no, and no limitation also. Just absolutely no limitation. Like neither there is anything left to be known, nor there is anyone there who wishes to know anything. Just perfect truth as it is. And if I ask you, who are you? Maybe you will not be able to describe, but you will say, I am this. No. Simply, yeah, because I'm just not separable from it. I hope some of you are listening and living with me right now. Because this is something, because of your call, that it is being shared in this way and being lived together, no? So, beloved, it's just you are learning to let go anyway. Let go means what you know now. Not letting go of things or anything. No, letting go of the sense of contractedness in you. In the self, not in the energies. That will follow, and there are many things which can be done about it, and you must be doing them already. It's about you. Are you relaxed? How much you are relaxed? It's just about you. Just one thing, you. That's why there is importance of peace. Are you relaxed? I am relaxed. Okay, that's all. You don't need to do anything else. We all are born out of the peace, the unbroken peace of the being of life, and we all will have to return here to feel powered, to feel true, and effortlessly existing eternally. No, we will have to return here. The way of the restlessness can only create more life of restlessness, and we will have to deal with the consequences of that, more or less, like a boomerang. No, even if you are an expert, when the boomerang returns, you will at least have to be careful. You cannot enjoy the beach or anything, no? Even if it will not hit you. No? Do you see what I am saying? Just a moment. Uma, we are good then?
Ji, very, very good. Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I feel now is totally under the shower of the truth. When you say it's so much simple to meet the truth, then I feel that yes, I'm really living in it. Joy, peace, nothing else. Just so beautiful.
It is actually. Actually, living the truth is as simple as this. Let's come to Satsang, sit and live the truth. It's really as simple as this. But the difficulty comes or complexity is introduced when we are not able to. Like either we are not able to live at all right now, or we are not able to live afterward. No, many complexities happen because of that. For that, we don't really need to figure out what is truth. We need to figure out what is false, what is ego, what is mind, what is my problem, why I am not able to live. No? We have to figure out those things, and for that, clarity will help much more than other sadhana. No? But living the truth is really as simple as this. There were different series of Osho's talks. No, one of them in Hindi was "Bin ghan padat fuhar," no, meaning without clouds, rain is happening. No? This rain happens without clouds. Is happening without clouds. No? In which our body mind is not does not get wet. Our soul actually get quenched like so deeply, like our soul was thirsty, for a long time. All the restlessness, is because of the soul is thirsty of truth. Nobody else is creating disturbances in our life, body, mind. No? We are, because of restlessness, because of thirst. No? But now, as we are actually able to live, drink this truth, we will not really be interested so much in doing PhD in spirituality, that what is this and what is that. You know, it's really, there are two states of a seeker. Either you are in or you are out. No? When you are in, you are happy, in truth, happy, peaceful, joyful. Out, struggling, confused, this and that, goals, questions, PhD part. Living of truth actually naturally creates true knowledge of ourselves and everything else. But our attachment with the false knowledge, which is our story in which we live, is so much that we give up the true knowing of everything for that. And that's how we get out of truth. No? To be, like in the technical way, tech terms, you can say like this. No? That's what seems to happen under the hood. No? Like, I'm enjoying very much, but I'm not able to understand anything. This is one of the report also happens. No? What do you truly understand, by the way? So that we can check, do you have capacity to understand right now or not? Mostly we don't realize these things. No? That's what it means, that what we truly know. It is not really to figure out what items we know. It's to check whether our ability to know or understand is refined enough or not. Not that it is required to live the truth, but it is not required. It is required to be absent from the scene so that it doesn't interfere. No? Or our attachment to that has to be absent from the scene when we are living the truth. No? So mind is that thorn which we have to use to remove the other thorn called mind. This is what is contemplation for me, no? In a way. If we can slip out of mind into this living of truth, then both the thorns are left out already. It's very good, no? But I think some of you must be blessed by your own effort of the past or something, and some of you know clearly that you have lived an intense life and you have come to the maturity now to appreciate the simplicity of living the truth here, no? Because appreciation is necessary for it, no? Because truth really can be lived as simply as we are just talking and sitting together and having chai and just we are in, no? And every time, not like once in a while, no? But for that, a simple being is necessary. Who is a simple being? A simple being is not the one who does not know anything or cannot know anything. No, who is more wise and sharp enough to see what is valuable and what is not. More intelligent being in a way. Intelligent truly, not in the sense of intellect. Simple, this is what simple means. No? Like, for example, the being is, those of you, all of you who are here, you are able to sense clearly that it is so beautiful right now what is happening here. And still some mind is interfering. And if you are a simple being, you are a wise being, you will be able to see that no, there is no time for attending the mind right now. And you will simply attend this living of joy. Then you are a wise and simple being. Do you see what I mean? So this is actually wisdom. This is what is wisdom of the soul. No? That's very good. And it is really as simple, almost as simple as what we call common sense. It's like as simple as common sense. Like it is just common sense that I'm happy right now. Why should I think about anything right now? It's really as simple as this. But we have made all these things so complicated by giving them very specific names, no? Maybe not recently, but I saw there's something called shopping addiction, no? Addiction to shopping. And let us learn how to give up addiction to shopping. We never knew these things in my childhood, no? That there are different addictions like this, even addiction to shopping. Why would anybody have addiction to shopping, no? Are you not wasting money? And you know what I mean? So many beings or professions live on our ignorance and dividedness. And they can keep giving new names to these things. Same thing, just exact same thing, just being given so many 1,000 and 10,000 names. No, this is different, this is different, this is different, this is different. But are you same or not? You are the same or not? Beloved, remember, whatever is the thing, whoever is saying what, you are paying the bill, no? You are paying the bill by by the hour, actually. Hour means hour of your life. Every hour of your life is being paid for what we are attending during that time or what we are giving value to. Those people will not be there to be caught that, okay, because of you, I spent my hour, of my life. You know what I mean? I hope that we are realizing these things. So as complicated we want, we can make these things. And we can make them as simple as possible. Simple does not mean dumb. Simple means super intelligent. Simple means super conscious, not dumb. Super means beyond mind, not below mind. So very nice that you are simple. Mind is almost like a ditch. Every soul has to fall in. But some souls are so wise and simple that they just see others falling in and they just don't go there. Maybe you are one of them. That you just saw others falling in the same ditch and you felt, no, I don't want to go in this direction anymore. Like when everybody goes in the mind and suffers, why should I go? When I'm already in heaven, when I'm already joyful. You know what I mean? Like this should be a spiritual question. I feel that you are enjoying a cup of tea and everything is perfect here. The tea, everything is perfect here. Everything. And you are enjoying it to the fullest. And then somebody else having other tea or some vendor selling some other tea and you are looking at it. Oh, what is that? The question should be that are you really enjoying this tea fully? Not really. If you are fully enjoying, your eyes are closed for everything else, no? Eyes or the intellect in this case, isn't it? In the same way, when we have come home, even for a moment like this here, and living and enjoying the truth of ourselves, like we are really tasting the truth right now and feeling peaceful and joyful really, then we are closed for business actually, which we do with the mind, isn't it? And if not, let us ask ourselves, are we really enjoying living of truth here? Or we are just hypnotizing ourselves that, oh yeah, I'm very much living as the self right now. It's just so peaceful. Remember, our imagination has created the world in which we live, which is being projected on the existence, which has come out of the desire of the oneself. No? That same capacity of imagining can create all the spiritual experiences also, in which we live. That's why we are not able to stay in them, no? Because we create them. When we go out of them, when we stop creating them, they are not there anymore. No, there is something which is there, even if you don't create anything. Like you are as simple as just having a cup of tea or walking or just talking normally, like working on a desk or anything, not meditating, not in a meditation hall, and still it is there. Uncreated life. Meaning not created by the person, that's what I mean. It is still created, but by the self, by the one source. No? That is the joy of living. Living what is created by the source, the existence, forms and everything, including my laptop. by the way, to be very accurate. You know what I mean? Not my laptop, the laptop. It just in the flow. I said like this. That is where we live as the presence. No? When we live what is present, and what is present is the creation that has come out of the one source, out of the desire to live. No? Then why living that will be a sin? No, it just makes no sense to me at least. Maybe I'm not a jnani enough yet. No. So when we live as the presence, we live what is present, what exists. But this time we are not projecting on it. This time we are not living in a story of a person. No? We are living as what we are. I exist, I am. No? I'm again trying to simplify things. That's kind of looks like important. You know? So very good, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Deva, you wrote, today's meeting totally awesome. The fire of truth, simple and direct. Fire of truth, or maybe the rain of love and truth. Because how that which exists can be burnt, no? And how that which does not exist can be burnt, no? Then for what fire will work, no? In one sense, no? In one sense we can say, no? Fire for misunderstandings only, no? You were saying, you say it best. Thank you, Rajee. You say it best. Thank you. I have my doubts about I say it best or not, because I always find my speaking or sharings to be so limited and incapable of expressing what I experience when I at the time when I'm expressing. No, so I don't agree with you that my expression is very very good, but my knowing and living of that truth is perfect when I'm expressing. No? And I invite you there, all of you. I invite all of you there from where I'm living or what I am living when I'm sharing. You know, my sharing is not really so good. I mean, it can be better, I feel. And in fact, no sharing of truth is perfect. It is just perfecting itself. Because truth does not come in words, but it can, expression of truth can become like a bridge between us, in a way, like an invitation. So that you go in yourself and, oh yeah, you are right. I can also live like this, you know, like that. So all my sharing are in continuous invitation, in a way, energetic or vibration, inviting you to kind of feel your own being or live the truth of yourself. Isn't it? In between, many things happen. What we call question, answer, discussions. I know this, I don't know this, and I got it and I lost it, and so many things. All of that is okay. Kind of supporting activity. That is supporting activity, not the main activity. No? This is main, no? Thank you, Devaji. Very nice. I think, is there anyone else who want to talk to me quickly? Because we are at the end of this meeting now, almost. Then we will end this meeting very soon now. There is no particular, thing that feel like sharing, but still there's a feeling to share, like this, like what precisely is Song of the Heart, no? Which does not have a direction or like, which does not see life as problems, This Song of the Heart does not see life as problem; it sees life as fact. It sees life as truth. And it is amazingly beautiful. So I just feel like sharing a little bit, no? The more we are learning to sit quietly, the more somehow we are returning to stillness, which we can say is like in stages, little bit of a stages or degree in between, no? And the more we are coming to the stillness of our being, the more we are able to see what moves inside us, no? Inside us only. Right now, outside our body, we know what moves, everything except my body, no? No, only inside. As we are becoming more still in ourself, we are able to notice what moves. First time actually. And also in the same go, we are able to notice that I am not it. I have it in some way, it is just there in me in some way, but I am not it really. And we are becoming free like this. From identification, from dream. Like things are simply becoming as they are now. That I have a body, I have a mind, I have thoughts, and I have many things. They are there in me. And I am also here. Who is not moving? My thoughts are moving, not that I am moving. Thoughts are moving in me, not that I am also moving with them like this. Like a bowl full of thoughts, and bowl is also moving. No, bowl is still. Like this. So that like this is the value of sitting in ourselves and living the truth in satsang and dhyan, what I call dhyan and satsang. That's what it is. No? The more still we are becoming, but more naturally we are just noticing that. Aha. So this is also maybe known as detachment. A natural detachment is happening also. Without effort, by the way. That's why it will not be so easy sometime in the beginning to just sit quietly and do nothing. But if we are able to, basically it means we are able to detach ourselves. That's what it means, no? Because it is ourself only who will sit quietly, no? And it is ourself only who will do something, no? It's not like two people, no? Do you see? So if we are able to sit quietly, then we are able to detach ourselves also, no? And then we are able to see also, that so what was holding on to it was my hand. But there is something there also, which I was holding on to. Now I know my hand, I have stretched back into my being. This is the ancient analogy that a seeker of truth will withdraw all of its powers into itself like a tortoise, like a turtle, like a turtle withdraws all of its hands and legs, like this, and will just reside like this, will not go out. All the illusions, misunderstanding, everything that has got created will just fall away by itself. And the true knowledge naturally will start happening in you of who you are, the peace, the happiness, and also of everything slowly. This is just sitting meditation basically. This is why it is fundamental. It is not a meditation, but it's a way. It's not a, so much of a doing, but it's a way of being. This is way of the being basically. In opposition to the way of the person. In the way of the person, thinking is more important. In the way of the being, thinker is more important. In the way of the person, experiences are very important. in the way of the being, experiencer is more important. The health of the experiencer matters more than the depth of the experiences, or the variety, or the, you know, colorfulness of experiences. You know, so this is the way. This way of the being is a wise way of being and living. No, it's not that you stop living now. No, actually, you start living now. Because if I cannot experience to the fullest, to the deepest core of my being this chai, did I really drink this chai? I don't think. No. If me and chai cannot become fully one, no, then this meeting of chai and me did not happen really. No, or life. This is life or not? Where we both lose our boundaries. No, you know what I mean? And it is truly possible. You will know this very soon. And there is such a freedom. There is such a freedom in experiencing. When we lose ourselves, we cannot. But we lose what can be lost, the consciousness, no? Energy, whatever we call it. No? That's why it matters actually in the understanding of totality. How much of you is doing what you are doing right now, not what you are doing is important. No. How much of you is doing what you are doing right now? How much means what? That energy which can be consumed in the doing or in the participation with life, in the experiencing, also can be held back by the self that you are, that no, out of habit, out of misunderstanding, no? Out of living in this contractedness, in this concentratedness, in this stressful state of the self. No? Out of sheer habit sometimes, misunderstanding. No? So in this relax, which is achieved or we come to, and through this meditation and satsang, we kind of come to who we are. We feel assured, relaxed, peaceful, that I'm still there, even when I'm letting more of my energy be used, which looks like more of myself be consumed or involved in the activity. Like two aspects of ourself become very clearly visible here, slowly. Not in the beginning, but in the beginning we feel assurance that it's okay. I can let myself be involved more because still I feel I will not be really affected so much, like this. In my understanding, I'm trying my best to share this truth, but I hope that you are also, it is reaching you in some way. Because it is so difficult to express these things in words. Because when I'm speaking, I feel that you are the being listening to me. But then comes mind between you and me also, where these words will land and will be interpreted. And our dependency on the conclusions created by the mind, so much, no? This is a strange thing about listening in satsang, that if you want to experience truth, if you want to live the truth or know the truth, then listening to these words is all that is required. Not understanding, but precisely not understanding also. This part we miss normally. Okay, I will understand also and I will listen also. No, we can do only one of them. One of them will be primary, one of them will be secondary. No, secondary does not matter. What is primary? Let us check. If primary is understanding, then we are almost not getting anything out of this meeting, out of this listening. No? But if listening is more important or primary, then we are getting a maximum actually. Getting means whatever we can or we want to. No? Every soul is deciding from inside in a way how much we are open or how much we can expose ourselves to truth today. No? Not that the truth is less available today. No. So all that which I shared so far, everything actually was not really to teach anything to any one of you or give any advice to any one of you, but more as an opportunity so that something can be felt by you, felt, not understood, something you can feel, not that something you can understand. No, because only by feeling and living the truth that we wake up really. No, like we are thirsty really, and we are also sleeping and living in the dream, and the dream is continuously creating the false water, for example. No? But if somebody can throw some actual water in our mouth, we will wake up or not? Like this, when we taste the truth, actually we wake up. But still we are going to be thirsty, no? So still we will need a lot of water after that, no? Which is okay. Do you see what I am saying? I have just tried my best, and you all are a very, very good audience. Thank you for joining today. Thank you.